different sets of calculated fields. We have discussed about mainly about extract single instance and lookup related values. Right? How do you link between two different business objects? How do you get information from one business object to different business objects? And how do you extract a single instance from a multi-instance field and other things like that? Right. So we'll be going around rest of the important things that we can discuss in this session, and then we'll have questions at the end. I think we should be able to complete all the calculations today. So. Okay, I'm going to take the batch 3 calculated field report and copy it as part 3. I don't want any of these right now. Anyway, keep it like that. And let's look for here. We did look up for the evaluate expression, right? So that is done. Count related instance. Go on a worker. Count related instances. So something like this, I can use on to find out the number of dependents for a worker. So let's say in this case, let's remove all this. So I have dependents here. Dependents. Nothing. Okay. I have my dependents field here. So click OK, just run it. So I have the basically dependents, right? So 001, the 001 have three dependents. This worker has one dependent at 3 and 2 and 1 based on it, right? So you have multiple dependents. So this one is a multi-instance field. That's why you see 3 different instances of 3 different actionable items on a report. Right? So in order to create a count for this, let's say I would only now need the count of the dependents. I don't really need how many dependent names or anything. All I need is a number, saying like this worker has 1 dependent, this worker has 2, 3, like that. I can use this calculate function called count related instances. What it's going to do is it's going to count all the instances from a multi-instance object. Okay, it's going to count all instances of a multi-instance object and give the final number. Okay, so count the number of instances related to this object based on a condition. I'm going to look for dependents. I'm going to count number of dependents. Right, this is already on the worker object, so I should see the same dependent field that I saw on my report. In the same dependent field that I saw on the report, I'm going to use the same, and I can say all instances. Click OK, and I can use this calculated field over here on my report. If I refresh, it's going to give me the dependent count as well. this cal field is now giving me the dependent count. Okay. So now what I'm thinking is, I don't want all the dependents. I don't want count of all dependents. All I want is count of dependents who are less than 10 years old. Let's put it that way, right? I only want count of dependents who are less than 10 years old. So let me edit this cal field. I can create one more, right? Why don't I create one more? Copy this here. Create here I found an instance dependent, and I would say instances where condition is true, right? So this one, I would create a condition here, okay, where I can use this condition and basically say only count me the dependents whose age is greater than or whose age is less than 10. I can use from something like this here, create a calculator field, and I can put it on a dependent object because you can get dependent object now. I'm looking for a true or false condition. Okay. True or false. And then I would say if age as in was the delivered age of the dependent less than or equal to. Okay. Now my cal field, this new cal field, the age CRI is going to return dependents count where dependent age is less than 10, right? Just going to add it there. Refresh my report. I think none of these workers have dependents with age less than 10. Probably one of these two is age less than 10. So let's see who that. Get Brandon, what is your age? Brandon is 9 years. Probably Brandon, and Philip is more than 10. What is it? False. Okay. So now you're able to count it based on a condition, right? So this count-related instances is almost similar to the extract single instance. The thing that you're doing is same thing, right? Instead of extracting a single instance, you're counting something on a multi-instance object. You're counting based on a condition. When the condition is true, give me how many records are there in that multi-instance. Pretty simple. The next thing we're going to look at date constant. Evaluate expression we have seen, right? It evaluates the series of true or false condition and returns the associated values to it. Evaluation expression band. This they came up some of these fields are new. They came up with these recently. I haven't used it, but I think this is for range bands. So default value. Returns band associated with first condition. What? Okay, got it. So let's say 10,000. And instead of returning a text or returning a field, right? Instead of evaluate expression returns a text or a date or some default type, some type of field, right? Instead of doing it always, this is going to return a text field. So whatever your condition is, if I put it here, whatever your condition is, our job profile here, whatever your condition is, based on the condition, it will return a number or a text also, I believe. So it basically returns a text field, right? So the difference between these two, this one and evaluate expression also, I also like evaluate expression. Serial could. The evaluate expression is also similar type, but you can pick what return type you can pick, right? You can pick a return type of text and you enter a condition, but you pick a return type of text, right? So you need to have the text field also available, right? So previously in one of our examples where we have created text constants to return here, right? We created high pay, low pay, and other stuff in the text constants to return as field, which we can do it manually here. We can directly enter low pay and it would return the same thing. If a condition is true, it would return the associated value to it. Okay. Yeah. Same thing. I'm not going to go and do each example, but if you want me to show something, just stop me. Okay. Format date, format number, format text, increment, decrement, lookup date rollup. What? I have never used. Let's see. So returns the higher level date component of the date field. I did. Yeah, it just returns month, week, or fiscal period, or year, month, year, quarter, month. There is nothing. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Not gonna worry about it. Lookup date rollup. Lookup field with prompts. Look up a value of field for a given prompt value outright. Source field, let's say compensation, or let's say total basis. One. Oh, it's not allowing text or anything. Total base pay should be there. Total compensation. What? Includes base pay, includes commission, includes okay. Total compensation. Oh, okay. So there are some fields where I think those are built-in parameters. Those have built-in parameters like this. So such kind of fields, you can create a. Why would you create a calculation? If I use total compensation on my report, it would still give me the same thing, right? If I use my total compensation, I would go to my filter prompt and I say populate and values, it would give me the same prompt. I think this is more like if you want to hard code those prompts instead of showing them on your report. Still, if your report is up there is enable, you would still see them. I don't know why they look up the value of a field for a given prompt value override. Yeah, maybe it defaults these overrides that we enter here. Maybe if we enter currency USD here, it's automatically going to default it to this currency always, even though these prompt parameters are different. But I wouldn't worry more about this. I have never looked something like this completely. Prompts. Okay. Lookup hierarchy, hierarchy lookup organization. These are all almost similar. So let's see lookup hierarchy. So lookup hierarchy usually returns the value based on the hierarchy of a field, right? Based on the node. So in a supervisory hierarchy or in a company hierarchy or a cost center hierarchy, you have a superior node and you have a superior node, right? So you can look up your, so let's say example, right? Example, let's say you as an employee and your report requirement is to give me the third level from the top in your hierarchy always in the field, right? How do you give it? So your thing is supervisory hierarchy, supervisory organization, sorry. Hierarchy type is supervisory. Top level node is I think it's who is our boss? Is Jill Jones's boss? Patrick Gregory. Patrick Gregory. Thank you, President. I think Patrick Gregory is the top level node here. Just nothing but I believe Office of President. There are two Offices of President now. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. This is a supervisory organization with total headcount of 7. I'm gonna pick this, and you can say what level you want your node to be. So I want my third level from the top, right? Return first node if multiple nodes found. Yes, return first node if multiple nodes found. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to get my third level manager for each worker. Oh, not this. Is that it? Okay. Wrong field name, but anyway. So refresh this report. So I have an error. Okay, node is not valid. So let's see. Patrick, right away. What is this supervisor organization? Where is this organization? Organization. Okay, this guy is part of this junior organization. So which is the top level office of president? Nope. President has a superior organization of Alma Mater University. This is the top level org. You have to be kidding me. Kidding me. Supervisory Alma Mater University. Okay, so this is now giving us for each employee what is the top third node from the top. Like that. This guy has an actually 0033. Let's go to this worker. Top next level one. It goes to direct. Oh, we're coming from the top, of course. It's coming from the top. So you have your president, chief information officer, director of administration, that is operation side. Oh, yes. Technically, this should give me the third level, but this org hierarchy is so messed up. Like you have so many superorgs in there. It's not even working as I expected. This guy should have human resource as this level 3. Let's see level 1. What is my level 1? Here it is. Okay, my level 1 for everyone is alma mater. Of course, that is my top level. If I go to level 2, that should be our CEO. Office of President, yes. Going down level 3 and all, right? So what is happening is this Office of President has multiple underneath superorgs, so it's the workers are like in multiple organizations at the same time. So that's probably what's adding up. What's giving us not some good information. But what I have level 4. Okay, some of the people have level 4, which for this employee, level 4 from top level in his organization is information technology. All right, let's pick this employee, just test it. Or we have this guy, 0033 right here, org chart, right? Started with Patrick. There is one more on the top, that is the primary, Office of President. This is the third, Chief Information Officer or whatever this guy super is the third. And this guy is his fourth. Getting down. So this guy is super should have the IT operations, right? That's what we got. Information technology, where is information technology? Previously, guys. Who is leading information technology? Is it Caitlin Fogg? Who is the manager here? Roles. Owner is Bill John. I think they messed up the entire org. People might have moving people outside, so no worries about it. But that is how you do it. This cal field looks up the hierarchy. Similar to this, you have like sets of other calculated field functions that does the same job. You have this lookup organization. Lookup organization role is different, but lookup organization is also a similar cal field function that it will ask you for levels, and then you can pick up on a cost center hierarchy or something like that. Okay, lookup organization roles. I think this allows you to look up different roles, like manager is a role, right? And then you pick an organization type of supervisory. Looks up organization role assignments based on criteria specified and returns multi-instances of the worker object and return 0. So this is more used on reports that are based out of organizations, I believe. You're looking at worker information from an organization viewpoint, from an organization point of view, right? So you're looking at organization's roles, who is assigned to that particular organization, kind of that thing. But anyways, let's try. These are all functions that you occasionally use. Like if the requirement comes through, then you will use it. I never technically used any of it. So for this worker, the manager is Pedro Gregory. For this employee, it is Peggy, Patrick, Senior Vice President. Who is this? Manager Patrick, yeah. Kind of. It's basically giving you the manager because you're looking at a manager of a supervisory organization assigned to this work. Or if you want to look for something else, you don't want to look for manager, if you want to look for HR partner. HR partner on a supervisory organization, of course. You would get all the HR partners associated for that workers report. Right now, I think everything is set to switch on, so can't say anything there. The next, probably last final ones, will be, I think, did we discuss lookup value as of the date? I thought we discussed, right? We pick up a value, a field of value. We pick up a source field, in this case, total base pay, and we look it up as of a value in future or as of a value in past, based on effective and entry date, right? So when the data was effective or when the data was entered into the system, based on that, you return your total base pay amount values and fields, right? In this case, you can select a specified cal field, or you can prompt it to the end user also. Prompt date one, you can prompt it to the end user. So if you use this cal field on your report, you're going to pass a date when this total base pay amount is going to get affected. So we have a total base pay amount, right? So I'm going to remove some fields to remove this word. So this is the cal field that we created, lookup value as of a date. So I'm going to say prompt the user for the value, prompt date one, it automatically populated. I'm going to click OK. So this field, total base pay, is looking at value as of the report effective date, which is today, right? This one is getting you the total base pay as of a value that you specify, as of a date that you specify. If you run this report, let's pick the 1111.18. You would see two different values here. This is the base pay as of today. This is the base pay as of 1128 for the same worker. Similar, everything is similar. For every worker, it's the same. So lookup value as of a date is typically looking up an information or looking up a field as of a specified effective date or as of a specified entry date and time. And you can also say what is my base pay when it was based on its entry date. Because when you enter a transaction, you can enter it as a retro, the backdated change, or you can enter it as a future dated thing, saying it will be only effective in 2020. Or you can do it as a current date. Right? So you have all these options. So based on whatever option HR ops or whoever is entering data fix, your data can be backdated, future dated, or current dated. Right? But if you want a report as of a specified date, or some information of that report as of a specified date, you use the lookup value as the date field. I think that covers almost all the cal fields that we should be covering. I know this was a quick class. I don't want to start anything other than this today. I don't want to go into the next topic. So if you guys have any questions, shoot out. And if you have any specific related to assignment, I would a request to hold them off some time because I want to give others also an opportunity to finish off that assignment and have those questions ready. But other than the assignment questions or anything, they can start. But the rest of the people, just keep in mind we're going to discuss those questions after after tomorrow's class. If anybody has questions, I don't want people to be waiting. So if you guys can get on to the assignment and try to at least look into it and get some questions or anything you want to discuss, get them ready so we can chat tomorrow after class. Sunday. Questions? Okay. Yeah, I have to run at 7:20 anyways. I only have 10 more minutes, so I thought I have questions and we can disconnect early. So if you guys don't have anything specific for me today, you guys are there, right? You guys can hear me. You have questions every day. I don't know why today everybody's silent.
Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have one
can hear
question.
you.
I have one question. What is prompt for value?
Sure.
You don't have to go with an example, but you can explain if it's easy. And also some related instances. What does that sum?
Oh, the function?
Yeah. If you see, there are two functions.
Some related instance. Okay, let's see. I think some related instances is more like if you have a multi-instance currency or the value of I think I can pick dependence on instances. I'm gonna sum the age field, right? I'm gonna sum the age field of all the dependents.
Okay.
So if you have a field out there and you want to sum it out, it's on a multi-instance field. You can use some related instances to sum or add. Usually used for currencies, right? So let's say if you have multiple payroll inputs, payroll inputs or multiple, I don't know, financial side, have current supplier, and find the some supplier minimum order amount or something like that. Total amount of total orders for the current supplier. You can calculate the total amount of purchase orders for a current supplier.
Okay.
And then what is the other one?
Prompt for value.
Oh, prompt for value. This one, I don't know why they have built it in the first place. Because if you have a single instance, right, create a promptable parameter and return value. It can be used to within a report writer, where the report writer can either transfer the value and replace it as parameter. Let's say next is pretty simple, but let's say single instance. Let's see if I can get about the position. Oh, I'm gonna pick one. I don't know positions. This thing is just gonna reprint your position on your report or your worker on your report. So let's say in this case, I'm gonna add this to my add this in my report. And let's say populate unneeded prompts. You don't have to do it, but do it, you'll see it. whatever the prompt, which is my field name. I'm gonna say one. I'm gonna pick a worker here. So it's gonna be Jill. Not Jill. Let's pick. Jill is fine. Jill Jones. Click OK. So I need my effective date as today. So it's gonna return Jill Jones for everyone.
Okay.
It's not gonna do anything. Yeah.
So you're just
That's
creating a prompt.
You don't use that a lot. Yeah, you're just creating a prompt for using it in a report.
You don't have to use it. It's probably a prompt, right? You can ignore it and let it be a prompt.
Yeah, it's just a prompt.
Oh,
yeah, let it
but
be.
You have to use it in the report?
Yep. No,
otherwise it won't.
It don't show up anything, right? I mean, you might use this prompt in a calcul or something to do some do some calculation. So in that
I can use it on the filter maybe
as an input, but maybe in the filter or somewhere you would use it, but not.
Okay. And on the same note, why am I not able to see this particular report when I want to log into the same tenant and look at the work you have done?
Oh. So you guys might be looking at this name directly, right? So instead, I would go for, I mean, if you're in the system right now, I would go for create custom report as well. You look like this?
No, I have not. I just directly look this way. I can now.
Yeah, when you directly look in the UI, right, you would only see the report. I mean, in the search, you would only see the reports that are shared with you. So in this case, this report is not shared with any of you guys. So you wouldn't see it. But if you look at it this way, as you are a report administrator, you would automatically see any reports. What you can do is when you go, or you don't have to even view, you can say edit.
It's still not there. The report name GK batch 3. Oh, we view custom report.
Yep. The custom report you didn't see. Maybe you guys, maybe we are all not report administrators. Then I'm gonna add share it with all other users.
GK batch 3, I can see it.
Even I didn't see the all workers data source when I was searching for the report. I was trying to create a report, all workers data source. I don't have access to all workers data source.
Oh, you don't have all workers you couldn't see?
No.
Okay, that is. And you should be seeing all workers data source.
So what I did is I just cloned your report and started building this out of it. But directly when I look for data source, all workers.
Yeah, it's the same, right? I mean, it should not be like that because when you cloned it, you were able to run it and see the data, right?
But when I was trying to create from scratch, so when I give all workers, so where I don't see that all workers data source when I'm creating from scratch. But when I clone it, I can see it.
Okay. Maybe I don't think so. I mean, I'm just I think maybe clear your cache, and it should not be the problem with you. Maybe the search spacings or something.
Okay, I'll check again.
But just look for all workers in the tenant anyway. And look for reporting. And you should see the data source here. Should be able to just try again and see. Not
sure.
If you're able to clone it, I don't think I can find the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Krishna.
All right, guys. Thank you. I have to run it in the next 4 minutes, so guys, talk to you guys tomorrow. Just get done with some of the assignments, and we can review after class tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to start EIB. I'm going to go with an outbound EIB tomorrow, so we'll go take it from there. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.